Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Focus Lighting and Fixtures Limited Q2 FY25 earnings conference call hosted by Kirin Advisors. As a reminder, all participants' lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Ms. Chandni Chande from Kirin Advisors. Thank you, and over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. On the behalf of Kirin Advisors, I welcome you all to the conference call of Focus Lighting and Fixtures Limited. From management team, we have Mr. Amit Seth, Managing Director, and Mr. Tarun Udeshi, Chief Financial Officer. Now I hand over the call to Mr. Amit Seth. Over to you, sir.
Very good afternoon to everybody, and welcome to this investors call. We can straight away go with the questions.
Thank you, sir. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handset while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Participant, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The first question is from the line of Aditya Lathe from Akshita Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, and thank you for taking my question. Sir, actually, I had a question relating to the capex that you've done in the past year. If you could just elaborate on that, because as I saw it, you've done around 27 crores of capex. So, where has that gone into?
Tarun, if you can answer this.
Yes, we are coming up with this experience center at Lower Parel. So all additions are happening for that. That is actually, it is shown in WIP under capex. So as and when it is getting ready, the cost is getting incurred over that office for building that office.
Okay, so the entire capex would be for that experience center?
No. Major amount I'm saying is for that. Apart from that, also there are regular capex in research and development tools. We have been taking time and along. So all those is adding up to that, sir.
So we are adding, as a time and again we have told you, informed that we are adding 2 more verticals in our portfolio. One is trade vertical and one is outdoor vertical. And apart from the experience center, major capex is going into that.
Okay. Mr. Seth, I think it would be helpful because there is no breakup of the gross block schedule in this year's annual report. So I think it might have been missed. So if you could just upload the revised one, so it would be easier for us to go through the individual heads. And the second question I had was, I just wanted to understand the sales that we are doing in our subsidiaries in Singapore and in Dubai. So, what is the nature of the business that we do there, sir? If you could just throw some light on that, because manufacturing is being undertaken here in Ahmedabad, and our company sells around 20-25 odd crores annually to those 2 subsidiaries, but they have a larger sales of 70 odd crores. So, are they manufacturing it in Dubai and Singapore, or they're procuring from somewhere else? I just wanted some clarity on that.
Yes, so the part is manufactured and the part is also trading when it comes to international sales. There are certain requirements or certain projects where we don't have product line with us. So we buy it or outsource it from different companies.
Okay, so these would be done in China or in the local countries itself, the outsourcing?
It depends on project to project. Very difficult to bifurcate it, but it can be from international companies. It can be little bit from China. To best of my knowledge, there is a very little portion of China included right now.
Yes, that is very little portion of China. Majority is there, will taken from there only.
Okay. Fine. That's it. Thank you, sir. And that's it from my side. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Yashwanti from Cogent Finvest. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir, and thank you for the opportunity. So you just mentioned that we have some capital work in progress for the experience center and few more projects. So what kind of a support or what kind of a response do you expect from the investment in the experience center? And how is going to add going forward to the FY25 or FY26 time?
So, a major focus is going on infra. Infra includes beautification, outdoor landscape and facade lighting, where we are expanding very heavily. And we are working very closely with municipal corporations, tourism departments, and that's where all this development is happening. Second sector where we are getting into is a trade sector, wherein 70% of our population, you can say, is low middle class or middle class, and we have got some technologies, innovative technologies which are not there in the country, and which we feel will which give us a very good traction in the industry. From last 2 years, first time we haven't. Normally we don't have order bookings, but we have some order bookings and infra, wherein it is somewhere around 30-35 crores. And we are expected additional similar amount for this year, which will come to us, where this investment is happening. For next year, 25-26, large portion of business is expected from infra, mainly from government projects, which is municipal corporations and tourism. And trade is something which we are expected to launch tentative by next August. Yeah, so that will also add to another 30-40 crores. Infra, we are expecting to add another 50 to somewhere between 50 to 100 crores, depending on the projects what we are getting it from the government and the private sector also, of course.
Okay. So initially, couple of years call, you have mentioned that actually you didn't wanted to focus too much in the retail or there are many players. So what is the reason for changing the strategy and we are getting and focusing on the retail now, especially which has been decided for the lower and lower middle class or the middle class customers of the retail segment?
See, lighting, when it comes to lighting is retail, home, trade is, which I mentioned, and infra projects. And for the growth, we have to be continuously innovating, looking at the new verticals where the turnovers and the margins can come in. So that is the only reason that we are focusing on these verticals.
Okay. And the company has been receiving some prestigious projects like the...
Sorry, your voice is very low. I'm not able to hear you.
Yeah. So we have been exchanged of receiving some couple of prestigious projects in the Surat Fort and Ram Baba Mandir, that temple. So any such kind of a project in process, or are you tenders for something like that, a big project or the prestigious project is coming up in the near future? Anything like that?
Yeah, there are a lot of projects in pipeline. Currently, we've been awarded Bombay Airport, then awarded Guwahati Airport. Right now, we are working with one of the lighting consultants who is bidding for another 3 airports where we've been specified. So it will go into tendering system. This is the airport part. We are doing Gandhinagar development part, which is a very large project. The tender has been floated. Our name has been approved. and we should be getting orders by March end. Probably we'll be executing some part of it in this year and some part by next year. Also, we are working with tourism department where we've been bidding a very large value, somewhere around 60-80 crores. The tenders have not been awarded as of now. It should be awarded by either by March or somewhere between March and August, depending how fast government takes it. So those products have already been developed. They are in prototype stage. Once the prototypes are done, we will be showcasing it to the government, getting the approvals, and then executing it. We are also working for a very large project in Gujarat for Sabarmati Ashram, which will be executed phase-wise in 2 years' time.
Okay. And would you be possible, or is it a right forum for you to talk about what would be the monetary values of this project which you just spoke of? Like you said, you had already been awarded and the work has been started. The second thing, there are few projects which are in the they are not yet been offered, but they may be offered maybe by the August.
I'll answer this question. But I'll request 2 questions for one participant so that others can ask questions. But anyway, I'll answer this question. So typically, airports are in a range of 10 crores to 25 crores, and it comes phase-wise. First, there are 4 phases, and the first phase is somewhere around 9.5 crore, and the balance will come phase-wise. That will be in execution in next quarter, probably. Then tourism department, individual size of projects in a range of 10 crores to 20 crores. Municipal corporation are also in a range of 10 crores to 40 crores.
Okay. Thank you so much for taking our question. And if you can answer me now or maybe at the end of the call, what kind of a guidance you would like to give by FY25 for the revenue on the top line? You may answer it at the end of the call. That is also fine for me.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Next participants, please.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question is from the line of Sandeep Dixit from Arjo Partners. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. So I wanted to understand, we have seen a decline in across pretty much all the segments, retail, home, insurance. This has been happening in the last 2 quarters consistently. Is there something that has structurally changed?
No, there is retail overall industry, the growth has been lower than expected till India is concerned. Though our business has more or less been at par with what we've been doing. The overall sales have gone down because no infra projects, though we have some 30-35 crores order booking, no projects have been executed in last quarter, so the sales have been down. Whenever those projects comes and they are executed, the turnovers will shoot up. Yeah.
Okay. So my second question was on debt. Last call you had said that there's some payment issues with some channel partners in Middle East and Southeast Asia. The payments were to be received by September, October.
We have already received 40 to 45% of the payments from those partners, and balance is also coming in due course. In another month or 2, I think almost 75-80% should be cleared. It is happening phase-wise.
And
the team is following very aggressively on it, and we are receiving in every week, every 3-4 days, we are receiving some part of the payment from that.
Okay. So I'm sorry, just to make sure I understood that right. 45% has been received till date, and another 10 to and the balance will be received in the next 10 to 15 days. Am I right?
Another 2 months' time, we should be able to conclude by 75 to 80%.
Okay. In a related question to that, so on a steady state basis, what is the kind of debtors that you
only 2 questions so that others can ask, please.
Yeah, but this is related to the same thing on a state. Okay, whatever. I just leave the question with you. You may choose some answer it later. The debtors, what would be a stable state once these things are cleared up?
Somewhere, if you're talking about the payment terms, see, when it comes to retail, it is 45 to 60 days. Tarun, you can correct me if I'm going wrong somewhere because you
Yes,
know the
that's
numbers.
yes.
And when it comes to home, it is 100% or
Advance.
50% advance and 50% before delivery. When it comes to infra is when the project is completed. After that, we receive it. For example, Surat Fort. Surat Fort, we still have an outstanding of 3.5 crores. But there was a small part which was not executed and which has been executed by this week. So we'll receive that payment also. Kundalpur Temple, there is an outstanding of 3.5 crore and that project they have still not installed. We have still not installed it. There were some permission issues they had, and once that is installed, we will be getting those payments also. So payment cycle in infra is somewhere around after the material supply, it is on the installation. So you can consider 90 days to 100 days, and otherwise retail is 60 days. Home is you can say 80%, almost 100% advance. Unless the project size is very big, then it goes to 60 days.
Okay, thank you. I'll come in the queue for another question.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure that the management is able to address the questions from all the participants, please limit your questions to 2 per participant. I repeat, please limit your questions to 2 per participant. Thank you. The next question is from the line of Agastya Dave from CAO Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, sir. And sir, one clarification. You mentioned there was a particular timeline when the infra revenues will start coming in a big way. You mentioned retail would start, the trade would start in August of next year, but what was the date you mentioned for projects?
So projects are already coming and they are in pipeline. As I told you that we have almost 30 to 35 crores of order booking on infra projects, which are not executed.
Yeah, okay. That is what I thought. I thought I heard about a date and then I was confused because the project revenues are already hitting us, hitting the P&L. So sorry, there was some confusion from my side. So my question is on the projects business. Generally, what is the duration? The project infra business. In the infra business, you mentioned the ticket sizes for airport, tourism, and municipality. Generally, what is the execution timelines or the duration of the project? Is there a retention money element in these projects where you don't get the entire payment after completion, and there is probably a 10% or a 5% retention which you get 1 year after or a prolonged period after the completion of the project?
Okay. So, thanks for asking this question. When it comes to, we are into project business right now. We are not into day-to-day trade business. So everything what we are doing is project, whether it is retail, whether it is home, or whether it is infra. In particular, retail, we have a retention period. Of and it's between 5% to 10% is a retention, which they hold.
Sir, I missed the period, so your voice broke up. What is the period of retention?
Retention period is 5 to 10% in retail. Home, there is no retention. When it comes to infra, there is also retention between 5 to 10%. It extends to 1 year. But there is an O&M period. O&M is operation and maintenance. So that is a separate. So in the purchase order, let's say we got a 10 crore order of our infra risk. And out of that 10 crore, 2 crore is O&M. So O&M is received every quarter or every month, depending on the terms we have agreed companies with government bodies. And that is received every quarter or every month for coming 5 years. Basically, that amount is for operation and maintenance.
Understood, sir. Understood.
Yeah.
So my second question and final question would be that you mentioned that there was few infra projects which, as I understand, did not hit particular milestones, and hence you could not recognize revenues in this quarter. Hence, the sales and the margins and everything was slightly on the lower side. So can you take us through what is if you take any particular example, say the Delhi airport, and suppose you start working on that project from 1st of October, right? Start of Q3. So what are the timelines? What are the milestones generally? When do you hit them? And what is the so if, let's say, if the execution period is, let's say, 1 year, so can you break up the 4 quarters? What percentage of the revenues generally, on an average, gets recognized in which quarter?
So, see, I've been telling from last 2 years that being a project company, you will see spikes when it comes to our company. And those spikes are because the values are large, and those spikes will come. So average, it is not possible that we'll be maintaining, let's say, average from last 2 years, we've been doing 50 or 60 crores every quarter. So there will be a dip and there will be a spike also. There will be a quarter where we will do 60 to 100 crores also. We are billing it in that quarter.
Sir,
And there will be a...
point.
I'm coming to your point.
Yes, sir.
I'm coming to your point. For us to judge and for us to understand that if there is some portion thing or not, it is very difficult because we are completely dependent on the approvals of the project which the government gets, and we have to take approval from various departments. For example, Bombay Airport. So Bombay Airport, we have received PO 3 months back, and when we received the PO, they had told us that we have to supply in last quarter. Now, maybe they have not got the approval, or maybe there are certain processes which they have not fulfilled it, so they have not taken the material from our side. Same thing is with Surat Fort. Surat Fort has been executed, but there are small permissions. For example, they wanted a permission from Surat Airport because there were certain lights which might affect and disturb pilots when they are flying from that above Surat Fort. There were some moving heads. So those approvals are still not received by them, and so because of that, we are not able to supply. So when they will get the approval and when we will be able to supply, sometimes it becomes difficult. The only assurance is that this has to be supplied. Which quarter, which month, we really don't understand and we really don't know.
So is this only related to airports, or the same phenomena is also tourism?
No. Tourism, they have a time pressure most of the times. Currently, we have a pressure for the tender, where we've been the only company who has been approved to execute everything by March. But again, permissions and all those things, it's not our job to look into when they will get the permission and when they will allow us to supply. But most of the times when it comes to tourism or when it comes to municipal corporations, there is a time pressure. But again, difficult to say. As and when we have the real-time experience, then only we'll be able to confirm that, okay, this is the average what it is coming to. Yeah.
Understood. I see your point of view, sir. So then, as of now, at the end of Q2, the business is progressing as per what you understood and as per your expectations, with the whatever delays are happening because of the delays related to permits. After adjusting for that, everything is under control and everything is as per your expectations.
See, as a company, we are more interested that whether we are getting growth. The growth coming in second quarter or third quarter or fourth quarter, we are really not concerned. What we are concerned is year on year, whatever growth we have planned, are we on the track and are we achieving those targets? For this year also, whatever we have estimated and whatever numbers we internally thought that, okay, these are the comfortable numbers which we will achieve. Currently, we are on track. Unless and until something really goes wrong and we are not able to supply because of some hindrances from the government part. But otherwise, we are on track.
Thank you very much for answering the question in that particular manner. And thank you very much, sir. All the best for the coming quarters, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
So I will need 5 minutes just to explain what we are doing in terms of development and product line after the. So let's say the call is for 30 or 35 minutes, whatever the call time is. I just need last 5 minutes just to make all the investors understand in which direction we are heading, we are developing. Okay, anyway, we can continue.
Okay, sir. The next question is from the line of Parikshit Kabra from IPO Advisors LLP. Please go ahead.
Hi, Amit. Thank you for taking my question. My first question is, you have earlier responded to someone inquiring about the receivables number, and you said that 45% of it has been received and 75% should be expected in the next couple of months. Is that for the overall receivables number, or is that only for the receivables number of the home division? And if it's the latter, then can we get a similar estimate for the overall receivables number?
What I mentioned was the overall receivables, and not only the home sector.
Okay, perfect. That's great then.
I'm talking about the overall outstanding. As a company, we are more concerned with the overall outstanding.
Makes sense. That's what I was also hoping for, so I'm clear. My second question is regarding, again, the home business. At the start of the year, Amit, we were quite excited about having exponential growth in the home business. And of course, I understand it's a project business now, so I understand that it can be lumpy. But 2 quarters are gone. Are we expecting the next 2 quarters to be a great growth for home business, or are we thinking that division might not play out the way we expected at the start of the year?
Currently, home is, as of now on the balance sheet part, home is one of the most profitable business for us, number one. Number two, the growth, the spike in turnovers, what we saw in Middle East was we got some large project in Middle East, and which you can name it as infra, or you can name it as home sector. It was a private company with whom we were doing the township, and the dealer got the order and they have executed it. So that type of spike is once in a while, we don't get it. But if you see the business which is happening through our channel partners, the business which is happening through our experience center, it is continuously doing. We've been doing a good growth. We've been opening experience, and the capex currently what the first question we answered. We are having a very good investment in home sector because we are still very bullish and bringing some patented and innovative technologies in home sector, and continuously growing in that. Our channel partners who are average doing 25 to 50 lakh rupee business, they have almost doubled. We are growing with our channel partners. Southeast Asia has been revived in a good way. A very good partner in Middle East, which was the largest player in Middle East. I was in London last week. I've just come back yesterday. And we've got a very good partner in London also who will be looking after currently for United Kingdom. So that is 3 countries put together. And if things grows, then we will be entering into retail and home vertical through that channel partner. So discussions are going on. They are coming to India to see us and sign a deal with us. So we are extremely bullish till this vertical is concerned.
It seems like our current participant got disconnected. We'll take our next question from the line of Karan Kamdar from Dia Choksi Finserv Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Hello. Hope I'm audible. So the first question is sort of related to what you have already answered. So the home segment, can you explain a little bit more on the home segment and how it is a project business, and what kind of revenues are we expecting? Is the home segment related to the experience centers?
So home segment, typically what we work is through our experience centers, through our channel partners who are already there in the lighting industry, and through automation companies. This is the way where we operate. We have roughly 25, 26 channel partners as of now, where average they are doing business somewhere between 50 lakh to a crore.
Okay.
Uh, uh, for technology infra project, for example, when we did Central Secretariat, which is a new Parliament House, same technology was used, but it was a little bit different. So we made some commitments for today. Was a substantial large portion. Same products are used, same technology is used. There's a little bit tweak on it. So it is just in which segment we are putting it into.
Got it. Got it. Sir, so what is our the plan for the coming 1 year or 2 year regarding the home segment? I understand that you plan on doing more channel partner sales. There's one channel partner lined up, but how do we plan to do we plan on interacting with any interior designers or something like that?
We have regulars after opening Bangalore Experience Center. We realized that home sector, we need to be very closely working with design consultants and interior designers per se. And we have a separate team who is only working on business development, who is only working every week we call a group of interiors and we showcase them our technology and we partner with them if they like the technology and we take it them. That is where we get specified and that is how our business is increasing. So you've been asking for home
Yes. Yes. I think that answers my query. I just was kind of concerned that the growth has dropped off, particularly in that segment. So I was
No, the growth has not dropped, as I told you again. The growth has not dropped. There was a spike. There was a large order that came in, and we executed that order. If you minus that spike that came in with our channel partners, there is something that you get a large project and you get big turnovers, and there is a continuous business that comes. So that continuous business is growing continuously. Yeah, with our partners. Partners work with local interior designers and local lighting consultants. So our reach is increasing, and which is helping us in growing this vertical.
Got it. Got it. Sir, one last question, if I may. Where do we see our margins to stabilize at? We had margins of, I think, roughly about 18%, while we've been enjoying 20-21%.
We year on year, there might be a little bit of fluctuation. Again, see, margins are still stable. If you see margins, the gross margins, what we keep is still the same. In fact, we are improving the gross margins with new products. That's the reason I said that I need 5 minutes to make you guys understand where we are heading, what we are doing, how the margins are improving. But the margins are also related to the turnovers. Why it is related to the turnovers? Because if the turnovers in one particular or two particular quarters, if the projects are not executed, the overheads are still the same, but the turnovers has gone down, so it will affect the PAT. Overall, we still don't see any problem to have 15 to 16% bottom line.
Got it, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure that the management is addressed the questions from all the participants, please limit your questions to one per participant. I repeat, please limit your questions to one per participant. Thank you. The next question is from the line of Damodar Baliga from DB Investments. Please go ahead.
I had just one question regarding the entering into trading segment. Earlier, it was given that we would be launching into that segment either by December of this year or by March. But in the initial introductory call, you said it would be from August of next year.
Correct.
Any particular reason?
Yeah. So it is for the first time in the history of Focus, how Focus operates. So typically, first we do feasibility study on the industry where we want to enter. Once the feasibility study is done, we try to find out the weaknesses, challenges, technology limitations what the industry has, and how we can add value. After that is done, we get into product designing. Normally, product designing is done outside the country. Now, when trade sector was we were introducing it, we realized that overall trade sector has degrown, though the volumes are very high with every company. Any company, if you see top 10 companies, they are about 250 to 700 crores average, up to 2,000 crores. Sorry. But what we realized, they continuously have a margin pressure also, and they continuously have a top line pressure also. So when we started designing, we wanted something where we can stand out in terms of technology, in terms of pricing, in terms of that we will do product designing in-house in our factory, where we hire a team of product designers who have done masters from ID, again from Gujarat, where we come from, where they have a factory, and we started designing our product. There were certain limitations in terms of technology which we wanted to get away with. We wanted 100% recycled products. We wanted to reduce electronics by 70%, so there is no e-waste. And we wanted assembly time to come down from 7 minutes to in a range of 30 seconds to 60 seconds. So those innovations had taken more time than expected. Currently, we are at a prototyping stage. We have done the prototypes. Prototypes have been approved. Now we are budgeting since there's large investment what being from our side. Those are tools which we need to manufacture, which can be rolled out. Ideally, we could do it by March, but we are taking it slow. We are not launching everything because it's a complete technology which we feel which it will disturb. So we are going phase-wise, launching the product. So the complete portfolio should be, we estimate that it will very much, but now we feel that March will be a very tight thing. So we are putting August as a deadline.
Okay. Thanks for the detailed answer. Just a small follow-up. Would it be done through the Focus, or would it be done through a subsidiary or something?
That is something we are still not clear right now.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, that is something which we are not clear. We'll be taking those decisions in coming week.
But we will not be definitely partnering with the existing players in this business, right?
No. So we initially that we tie up with big five, any of the big fives, and that's where we get our business top lines done. But then we realize that if we'll get a good top line, it will double the turnovers also. But we will certainly have a margin issues. And today, as a company or as an individual, we don't have a top line pressure. What we want to go is we want to go slow and steady. We want to maintain our profitability, and we want to create our own brand.
Hello?
Yeah. Was I audible, or you want me to repeat
No,
it?
in between, last 1 minute, if you can repeat. You said regarding tying up with the existing players. You said
So
there
when
is
we
pressure on the market.
it was a conscious call by the management that we will not do OEM for big companies, but we will try and create our. We don't have currently no pressures. We want to maintain our profitability. We want to maintain our top line and bottom line, and we don't want to grow 100% for sure. But we want to grow. We want to maintain that steady growth, and we can very proudly say that every quarter this much turnover will happen and this much growth is going to come from this trade sector. So we will create our own brand, and we will supply in our brand only rather than doing OEM for other companies, wherein we will not have the. Hello.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you very much, and wish you all the best.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. We'll take our last question from the line of Ankur Gulati from Genity Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, it's already answered. Thanks.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question. I now hand the conference over to the management for their comments.
Okay. So, thank you very much for your question. I'll just brief you what we are doing and where we are entering, just to give you a brief idea what is our future. So typically, when we come, we start with retail. And please stop me if I'm not audible, because I have a very poor frequency here. So I'm not sure whether I'm audible. You can always stop me.
Yes, sir.
So retail, the product pricing was somewhere between 1,500 to 3,000. When we moved to home, the product pricing was somewhere between 3,000 to 15,000. Then we started manufacturing. We went into landscape, which is outdoor lighting, where the product pricing is somewhere between 15,000 to a lakh rupee. And now we are developing products for outdoor, where the product pricing is somewhere between 50,000 to 20 lakh rupees. We are getting into the products which are of such a high cost. These are products basically done for smart cities. These are products which can be a revenue model for the government. These are products which can reduce the energy load for the government by 70 to 80%. This is first innovative product wherein typically the spacing between two product was somewhere between 4 meters. We have gone up to 18 meters. So we are reducing their capex also. And it's a modular system where you can have EV chargers, you can have revenue model in terms of if somebody breaks the signal or somebody jumps the signal or somebody changes the line, whatever the penalty the government has to charge, all that can be captured through this pole, because there are CCTV cameras inside the pole. There are communication systems, for example, speakers inside the pole. So typically when we propose for Sabarmati Ashram and for Gandhinagar, so this one pole, it's not only lighting, but it has got a music system, it has got surveillance system, it has got EV chargers, it has got gobo projection, wherein we are completely displaying Gandhiji's story. It's like a movie that will run throughout the ashram. The Gandhi ashram is something which is 55 acres of development, which is happening in 2 years' time. And this is what we have proposed. And this is a very, very innovative modular system. This is first time in India which any company has initiated and developing in-house, wherein it has been done 100% made in India. No Chinese, nothing is involved. Only technology is coming from Austria. We've been working for 1.5 years. We have proposed also similar type of products for Goa, wherein we met the CM of Goa and the officer on special duty who reports to the CM of Goa, and they want to do 198 kilometer of Goa coastline, and they want women safety, they want surveillance cameras, they want lighting, of course, for the safety part also. So this was been proposed. By March, we'll be doing a mock-up for them. And if that gets approved, then this will be one of the largest orders which Focus will get. Huge one. And this is all with this smart poles. When we did Kundalpur temple, we worked with an Italian company called Grid, and it was a trading more than a manufacturing. There was no manufacturing involved. But from that process, we learned the limitations in technology. Those technologies now we have developed, and we are taking a worldwide patent on it. And it's the same product which will be introducing by next year for outdoor program, which will add to a very large volume and margin to our company. This is for the outdoor part. Trade is all about innovation. We are introducing materials which are 100% recycled. We are introducing electronics where we have managed to reduce 70% of the electronics in our product. Why we went into special materials which are 100% recycled? The idea was that we wanted to reduce the density so that we can reduce the cost. And the assembly time from 7 to 15 minutes has been reduced below 1 minute for most of the products. There's a lot of innovation what we have done. And that is what we are introducing, which we should be introducing by March or by August. So these are the two verticals where we are investing a lot of time and energy, and phase-wise we're introducing it. And there are already projects, not from the trade. Trade is through dealers and distributors, but there are already projects we are bidded for. The names I've already given. When it will come, which will not, there might be some, but we have not been awarded. I like to be very clear on that. But if all put together, we are bidding for 250, 300 crore projects. We expect that at least we get, let's say 30 to 40% of the project. It's still a very large size for us, for our company. And those are the developments we are making and we are introducing it phase-wise. This is what I wanted to inform everybody. That's it from my side. Thank you very much for the call.
Thank you
so much. Thank you all.
Tarun, on the financial part or on the data part, if anything has added.
So, the latest part, we just wanted to make everybody rest assured that we are on our data collection. We are doing a very micromanagement thing on that, and we want to assure all the investors that we'll be able to collect the data, as sir rightly said. By December, we'll be able to cover 75-80%, and our target is to collect the entire 100%. So you all need not worry, because I saw a lot of questions on debtors and all. So I just want to assure all of you that we are on target, we are on it, and we are working on it religiously. And we should hopefully be able to get every penny of us, and you need not worry about it.
Till now, what we can assure is till now, there has not been a single incident where the client has said that, okay, we are not going to pay and this is going to be bad debt for our company.
Yes.
In our history, only one large bad debt happened, which was with Future Group, when the company went into NCLT and we didn't receive it. So that is a sizable bad debt what we had in our history till date. So yeah, data is something. Of course, it's a worry for the investors also, and it is a worry for our company also, because it has been prolonged, unexpectedly prolonged. But we are getting it. So since we are getting it, we are sure that it will be cleared 100%, not 80 or 90 or 95%.
Yes, this is what I wanted to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I now hand the conference over to Ms. Chandni Chande for closing comments.
Thank you everyone for joining the conference call of Focus Lighting and Fixtures Limited. If you have any queries, you can write to us at research@kirinadvisors.com. Once again, thank you for joining the conference. Thank you, Amit sir. Thank you, Tarun sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of Kirin Advisors, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.
Thank you.